schedule later. Anyhow, I live in Adana. I am electrical engineer. We attend from time to time to the schools, and I prepared that presentation for the students of high school, especially in science high school. From time to time we go to the classes, and I was trying to give that message to the students. Therefore, in the last presentation for here after to the students, but I want to share it with you at the same time. If you find it is beneficial to use while you are facing with the youth, you can also utilize such a presentation. Yesterday night, but the topic was, is this world for pleasure only? You know? Then that question, we were starting with that question. If you are traveling in an aircraft or in a bus, if everybody is sitting next to you, if I ask him, where are you going? If he says to me that where I am going is not important, I am here to take pleasure. Since the seat is comfortable, the services are very nice, I can eat and drink here, therefore I am here, if he says this. Actually, it's not normally, it's not logical. I was giving the example when I was working in Brunei. We were flying from Istanbul to Kuala Lumpur. Maybe it takes about 10 hours. If you fly with business class, then the services are better. Even you can lay down, you can sleep, whatever you want, they serve to you. If that is the case, what do we think? I am here to take pleasure. I am here to drink. I am here to eat. I am here to sleep. Actually, it's not. We have a destination. We are going somewhere. We have some duties to perform. Therefore, that journey is held. Okay? And we are also traveler in this world. From two points of view, we are traveler. Earth is rotating around the sun with a several speed, and now we are traveling physically. Also, we are traveling mentally or spiritually. Childhood and youth and senior and death, then we will face in any case. That's also a journey. But when we see the graveyard, what do we say about the graveyard? Is it the last stopping point, last station, or is it an intermediate station to go somewhere else? I ask to the students this. Yeah. In Turkish, there is a saying, son durak, kara toprak. Some people say, is it really son durak, last station, or is it an intermediate station? It was only a question to take the attention of the students. And then we die, and in the grave we will be dispersed, perish, and decay. During Rasulullah time, one of the deniers came to Rasulullah by keeping the bones, decayed bones in his hand. Who will resurrect this decayed bone? And there was an answer to him, and later on this verse was revealed. قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها وأول مرة بكل خلق عليم. He said, who will give life to decaying bones? Say, he will give life to them. Who created them for the first time? Actually, the answer is very brief, very short, but it's comprehensive enough. it contains so many details there. Who created them for the first time is critical, since making something first time is more difficult one. Second time is easier. If you are architect, if you build first time a building, it could be difficult. But if it is the second time, in any case, it's easier. For Thomas Edison, they say he was trying to invent bulb. Maybe 1,000 times he made experiments, but he failed. Then some of the people around him said to him, "You failed." But he says, "All those are the experience for me. I know 1,000 ways don't go to bulb." Then he considered those failings not unsuccessful efforts, but experience. But if he invented first time the bulb, can we ask him, "Can you make the second one?" The first one was the most difficult one, but the second one, in any case, it will be easier. I was thinking this. Generally, I didn't put it in, since if it was there, it was a little bit longer. I was trying to keep the complete session about half an hour. I don't know whether we can obey it here. If we try to understand biological life in the womb, also Natalia takes our attention to first creation in order to understand the second creation or the resurrection. Pay attention to the first creation. What was our case in the womb? One cell from father, one cell from mother, and then it was only one cell, zygote. All our beginning is zygote. Only one cell, but from that cell, with several stages, then a complete human has been created. When I was in the high school, we were debating with the students. When I asked, who created you, one of the friends, he was denying the existence of the creator. He said that my father and mother created me. Oh, really? Your father and mother created you? They are so skillful. They are so knowledgeable. How did they put your eyes here? How did they put your brain there? How did they put your heart there? They are unaware. They are only a small means, only cause, not the real effect. We have to pay attention to this. That first life is by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the womb. Resurrection is like the first creation, actually is even easier. When I started to prepare that presentation, we have got a presentation course, 3 days by Geyve in Ukraine. Then I started, they were saying, if you put a lot of text in the presentation, it doesn't take attention of the audience. Therefore, only maybe very attractive, small text, if it's available on the presentation, it is more effective to take the attention of the audience. I started that presentation during that time, maybe 15 years ago. Resurrection is like the first creation, actually it's even easier. One cell, then all cells are multiplied, and the same cells are multiplied, but later on we see a human is created in the womb. And I give the example of the resurrection of trees. Fruit-bearing trees, they die in three main aspects. Their leaves die, their fruits die, and also their flowers die. But during winter time, they are like standing dead bodies. But in spring, they are resurrected. And one ayah is saying, فانظر إلى آثار رحمة الله كيف يحيي الأرض بعد موتها إن ذلك لمحيي الموتى وهو على كل شيء قدير. Look to the size of Allah's mercy, how He restores life to the earth after its death. Verily, He, it is who quickens the dead. The same garden, right side represents winter, left side resembles the spring. At the right side, you do not feel any life effect there, but on the left side, it's green and it's resurrected. Life has been given once more. Yeah, this apple field has also been resurrected. During winter time, there is no leaves, there is no fruits, there is no blooms, flowers. But winter, during summer, we see they have been resurrected. Okay? You see how that trees come to life and grow green again. Then how can you refuse a parallel reanimation of your bones? That resembles dry wood. Dry wood and the bone, they are similar. And we see in front of our eyes, dry wood is resurrected. Then how can you deny resurrection of the bones? I am asking here, what do you see here? And I was working in a factory as a factory manager. We had some KPIs, critical performance indicators. For example, we have to decrease the electrical consumption per unit of production. We have to decrease noise, for example. We have to decrease the waste in the factory. In order to decrease the waste amount produced, we have to improve its usage, recycling in the process. What do we see here? I ask to the students. Some of them notice, some do not, but I say this is a factory. There is no. I was also asking to them, have you ever seen a factory? They are operational, but there is no noise. You do not feel any noise there. But factory is operating. Zero noise. Do you know in factory there is no waste? Zero waste. Then this is such a factory. Grapes factory without any noise and waste. But during winter time, it's like selling that body. But during summer, it is resurrected again. Like a seed sown in the ground becomes a tree in the wealth of the earth, so too a man who is laid in the earth will surely produce the shoots of an everlasting life in the hereafter. This is also we see this in front of our eyes. If you sow a seed under the ground, after a certain time, it goes to the air, it becomes a tree in the air. That similarly, a man who is laid in the earth will surely produce the shoots of an everlasting life in the hereafter. I ask here, what do you see to the students? Generally they say, well. Okay. Yes, you're right, there is well. Okay. But where is the well now? Here, where is the well? I think in the pool, they recognize it, in the pool. But what's the real habitat of the whale? Pool? No. But ocean, big seas. But why the whale is here? Maybe for an experiment, maybe for any other purpose, but not we see such a whale in a pool, we immediately think that it is brought from somewhere else, temporarily. Then we say, for example, when we feel thirst, then thirst shows and indicates that there must be water. If we do not find water, maybe we are in the desert, we may not find the water, but if I feel thirst, a real need, that real need shows that there must be water. Either you find or not, but there must be. If I feel hunger, that hunger shows that there must be food, satisfying that need. Similarly, this whale is not satisfied with the food. And its condition is saying that it needs ocean. Then this wanting is indicating that there is such things. For example, we give an example from the food and the water. Then what is the most important need of the humanity? We do not want to die. We want to get pleasure from the life all the time. We do not want to be separated from the beloved ones. We do not want to be ill. Can we reach all those necessities here? No. Then our fitra, our creation, our nature, thank you, shows and indicates that there is some place all those needs will be satisfied. If he had not wanted to give, he would not have given wanting. This is just from this. At the beginning, we asked the question, is the grave last stop, last station? Actually not, it's an intermediate. The world is a guest house. As for man, human, he remains there only a short time. He has a guest with many duties. Our destination is far away. At that stage, there's a question here. Is there life after birth? Is it a logical question to us? No. Since we were born, and we know there is life. But what about those twins? They are still in the womb. They do not know what will happen. They are still in the womb. That question may be logical for those ones who are still in the womb. Those twins are living in the womb. One of them is saying that how compassionate our mother is. She's taking care of us in a well manner. The other one says, I do not see mother. How can I believe in I do not see? Even though mother was surrounding them. But they do not see. When will they see? When they leave that place. When they change their abode. Afterwards, they can see. At that stage, I'm trying to give an example to the students. I'm asking how we are away from the sun. They try to give answer, okay, 150 million kilometers we are away from the sun. Okay. How far sun from us? I'm asking the similar question, but it's twice. How far? Most of them say the same. Yes, from one respect, from the individual entity, yes, it is the same, at the same distance. But the sun is here with the light. The sun is here with the heat. Then similar to this, with the seven color, even, sun is here. Its physical entity is far away, but with its abilities, it's making some duty here. It is making some work here. It's performing. What's the size of the sun with respect to Earth? I asked. It's about 1 million times bigger than Earth. Okay. Then can Earth accommodate sun? It's impossible since it's 1 million times bigger. Even though the sun is not on Earth, but it's on everywhere with the light, with the energy, with the heat, with seven colors. Yeah, similar to this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere with His knowledge, with His power, with His Rahman. His Rahman is covering all of us. Similar to Mother. I don't know whether does it sense or not. You can make comment about this. After a certain time, they discovered the umbilical cord connecting them to their mother. This umbilical cord is the source of the life for them. It's very crucial for them. Do you think after a certain time, will it be crucial again? No, when they come to this world, umbilical cord is nothing. It will be cut off and thrown away. Then there are something which is very crucial at a certain time, but when you change your abode, it's not crucial. It's nothing. It will be waste. Then they recognize the umbilical cord. All the foodstuff is flowing through that cord. And then there must be somebody on the other end of the cord. Okay, then it's called mother. Mom. Then both of them are convinced with the mother existence. Okay. But their curiosity is still asking, we are happy here, we are full of satisfaction here, but if we leave that place, will there be life? Will life go on? Both of them are saying it's impossible. Why? The source of the life is the cord here. If it is cord, if it is severe, then how life can go on? With their perspective, with their experience, how can they realize there will be another life? Since they know only that small place, if they shake their hands, they can touch to the border of their wall. While they were there, it was not easy to comprehend there would be another one, and it is vaster, bigger, nicer. They were also questioning. There were some brothers and sisters before them living in the same place. They left the place, but nobody is returning back, they said. They all left the place, but nobody is returning back. Therefore, there must be no life, they said. But there are journeys, only one directional.
May Allah help the mother then. There's 4 or 5 of them. May Allah make it easy.
Actually, their organs, their members, their emotions, indicating and showing there must be somewhere all those members and all those emotions will be fully satisfied. They have eyes there, but the place is dark there.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay. We were talking about the fact that they have faculties they can't use in the womb.
Yes.
This is what you're saying.
Yes.
So they realize this clearly, no? One of them realizes if one was the believer and one was the disbeliever.
Yeah.
In the original story I heard, one completely disbelieved and the other one was saying, look, we have teeth, you know, that we can't use here, there's nothing to chew, and the other one was saying this means the teeth are useless,
Yes.
they're pointless. But actually, it's for a purpose, but they have to come out of the womb before they can use them. As you said, they can touch the walls of the womb, but their legs are long and their arms are long, and it means they can reach and grasp much more than just in the womb.
Yes.
And he was trying to convince the other one, and then the unbeliever sees the believer one, he's born, and then he's left alone. So I think there's different stories,
Yeah.
but this is very, very powerful
Yeah.
for students, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know what their responses were to it when you finish.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. They have eyes, but they do not use the eyes, you know. They have legs, as you stated. They cannot walk there. There is no place to walk there. They have both. They do not use it. Since all they get their nutrition through the umbilical cord. You know? Then their senses all indicating that there must be somewhere which is all those things will be utilized. When 9 months is over, there was an earthquake, there was a shaking. One has left, has gone, died, passed away. The one still in the womb, he was so sad. I lost my brother. He has gone. He passed away. But there were so many people waiting. And they were so happy. One was saying, it is death. But the others were saying, this is birth. The same phenomena, but the reference is different. With respect to the womb, it is death. But with respect to the world, it is birth. When the one who is still in the womb was told, do you want to go together with your brother? No. I may be with the conditions here. I do not know what happens when I leave.
Too risky.
I want to live here forever.
Maybe he has seen brother crying while going away.
not yet. not yet.
Too risky.
But he didn't want to go. But will he be left to his desires? No. Which power put them there? The same power will get them away from the womb without their desire or not. But when they opened their eyes, they found themselves in an unimaginable world.
From that to this.
The view they have seen was beyond imagination. And baby started weeping with happiness.
So cute.
But that crying is with happiness,
Hopefully.
not with sadness.
Oh my
And I'm asking to the students, is there life after that? Is it the same question?
What examples can we give in regards to things that we have but do not use in this world? That will be needed hereafter? in regards to
our emotions,
emotions. Yeah.
our wanting. We do not want to be separated from our beloved ones, for example.
Never-ending desires.
Maybe that could be found somewhere.
There are hands.
Islam says in this Sahin that there are certain feelings undiscovered. A lot of them, perhaps limitless feelings, man is deposited with limited feelings that will manifest in Jannah or will be used up in Jannah.
I do not know, maybe physicians, doctors can help me. While we were in the high school, some people were saying that human brain capacity has not been utilized 100%. I do not know. Is it still valid?
Logically, yeah.
Einstein spent only 5%.
They said
Yeah,
5%,
we learned this,
6%,
but I don't know.
7%.
Sometimes they may say different things. But we are sure about the emotions, about wanting, our feeling need. We do not want to be separated from the beloved ones. It is sure. We want to be.
Also related to the emotions, maybe I was also discussing with friends like that. Usually, it's coming from fitra, like when someone be rich, they are trying to go to the place that has more nature. They are not going to Dubai to very high, to live in a very high manufactured things.
Yeah. What kind of house do you want? Huh?
Their fitra is leading them to the nature, to the part from the heaven that we are seeing and we are feeling. This thing we didn't choose to have. This is coming from our fitra. So also I feel this is also feeling guiding to the heaven that we are needing to go to the heaven. So everyone in his life is seeking to go to this in the worldly heaven that he has those nature, has very good view. Seeing this is good view is Aslan is mainly coming from our fitra that this is our needs, this is what we are looking for. So also this is maybe like a desire we have, and we are not knowing where did it come from, but the meaning of it is we are needing to go in Akhirah.
Thank you very much for the comment. Yeah, in our case, we will be full satisfied here. Full satisfaction will be there. This is sure.
In Risale Nur there is very similar type of comparison. Example, once upon a time there were two men who washed in a pool and then fallen to sleep.
Yeah.
And then when they wake up, they realize that they are brought to a different realm, different place, where all the surroundings was very strange, unknown to them. So they start questioning what they have. One of the good brother says, we need to discover who brought us here, for what purpose we are here. And it goes on like this, with 12 proof. This brother proves his friend or whatever, that they didn't come here as a result of coincidence or accidentally. For a purpose they are in this realm. That also is a very interesting, very original approach to making people realize that there's a purpose of life here, a very important purpose of life here and hereafter.
Thank you for your sharing. We were also in the pool. We were also in the pool.
Last 10 minutes.
Sorry?
Last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Just remind you.
Finalize.
We were also in the pool. Since there's constraint. Finishing. A few minutes afterwards. When I finish, then.
They can be hands.
Very short time. Yeah, we were also in the pool. We were living in the liquid there. Can we live in the liquid here?
No.
Then the conditions of the life is different. In the womb, in the liquid, we were living in the liquid. Also, it was a dark place. It was a very limited place. And if anybody was mentioning about Geyve, for example, Sakarya, and the mountains, and the trees, and the fruits, and the lamp will be 150 kilometers away. How can it be realized while we were in the womb? You know, since it was, we try to understand the things with our experience, but our experience is very limited within a very confined space there. Therefore, it was very difficult to comprehend the reality of the world while we were in the womb. You know, I must think is there life after. With respect to what is the world, and with respect to world, the hereafter is the similar. We are telling. Then it is the change of the realms. Then a beginning of the eternal life. It's not the last station, but a beginning, a new beginning for a new style of the life, we say. And that is transition from a temporary place to an eternal one, we say. And behind and beyond this hospice, this testing ground, this exhibition, there are permanent palaces and eternal abodes that fully manifest and support Allah's everlasting sovereignty. There are gardens and treasure houses full of the pure and exalted originals of the forms and copies we see in this world. What we see here are copies only. The real ones are stored there. If we strive here in this world, it's for the sake of what awaits us there. We work here and are rewarded there. Bliss awaits everyone there. This is very critical. Bliss awaits everyone.
Yes.
That means that everyone, not every Muslim. Bliss awaits everyone. As far as I know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created palace for everyone He has created. But if they astray, the believers will get their properties, houses, as far as I know. Then the fitrah of human being is to go to Jannah for everyone. Bliss awaits everyone there in accordance with his capacity. As long as he does not squander his chair. This is all. As long bliss awaits everyone there in accordance with his capacity, as long as he does not squander his share. All compassionate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bestow upon his choice servants in that world such gifts as no eye has ever seen, no ear has ever heard, nor has their image crossed the heart of any man. How can we understand the bounties will be bestowed for the believers in the hereafter with our limited imagination in this limited world? No eyes have ever seen, no ear has ever heard, nor has their image crossed the heart of any man.
This is hadith.
Yeah. Thank you.
Jazakallah khairan.
Yes. We can have 5 minutes for questions.
Can I start? I was just going to say about the subtle faculties given to man that do not develop in this life, but in the hereafter. There's a question asked to Ustad saying that it says in Hadith, some of the people of paradise are given lands as extensive as the world, and thousands of palaces and hundreds of thousands of huris are bestowed on them. What need has a single person of all these things? Why should it be necessary? How can this be, and what does it mean? The answer: if man was only a lifeless being, or was only a vegetable creature consisting of a stomach, or consisted only of a limited, heavy, temporary, simple corporeality or animal body, he could not own many palaces and huris, or be fit for them. But man is such a comprehensive miracle of power that, even in this transitory world and brief life, if he is given the rule of all the world with its wealth and pleasures, his ambition is not satisfied. in respect of the need of some of these subtle faculties which do not develop here. So, especially the part which do not develop here, like attracts a lot of attention. So we have some faculties that we think we use it in this world, but actually this is like the undeveloped form of it. Or we see another aspect of it. Ustad gives examples of hers, for example, greed, I guess, and there's a positive side of it. And we see that we have too much greed for this world. Even we get all of the world, we're not satisfied. So it shows that these faculties, these strong faculties, are not given for this world, but they have to be used in another place.
Partially used here, inshallah will be fully used there. Thank you for your contribution. Please.
Yeah, I think that theme is extremely interesting to explore, also in the light of what we were saying, the 12th letter, how the womb compares to Al-Jannah before people come to this world, right? And then how this world also compares to that situation in regards to the hereafter. I think that, as we were saying, the first example is extremely apposite, meaning appropriate, because it is insofar as the womb is a tajalli, is a manifestation of Allah Ta'ala's rahmah, as its name even indicates. The Jannah as well is a manifestation of rahmah, right? But the theme goes also into the detail of the faculties, right? I think what you've just explained, mashallah, is extremely, extremely helpful. And just to end, I just want to comment that if we are certain of the wisdom and the justice and the knowledge behind everything in this world, right? The degree of excellence, of hikmah, of beauty that the next world has to have is such that even our material faculties have to be left out. I mean, something as extremely, extremely sophisticated, costly to make, as a brain, for example, as an eye, has to be discarded completely for us to be able to go there. It's like what you just said. If we go to some baby is born with the umbilical cord, it's like, this is absolutely nothing. Actually, it's you have to take it out because it's, otherwise if you leave it, it's going to be a problem. How, as an indication, what I'm saying is that we can use that as an indication to measure the level of sophistication of that the next world has to have, and insofar as it is required that we need to lay down, be dispossessed of all these practices that we have. So I found that extremely awesome.
Jazakallah for contribution.
Yes, very short lecture, very nice, very beautiful. Thank you. This has been prepared beautifully. From our discussions with friends, in Tantra, as you know, is on resurrection. What kind of methods which has been taken from the Quran has used in Tantra? As you know, many Ustad is at the beginning one ayat is saying Bismillah tanzur la sar rahmetillah keyfe yuhullarda ba'de mevteha ine zalike lemuhul mevtehu ala but hundreds and hundreds of ayat have explained in 10 words, especially this ayat has stated, and I think to reach the method used in 10th word, perhaps only I'd like to share in this lesson. I remember now, by remembering the discussions in the past with friends. One word perhaps we should focus on in that. Which word? Tanzur. Tanzur. I think method is perhaps stated with tanzur. Tanzur here, as if you will see the hereafter. Because everything in this world, especially, has two aspects. One is indicating the existence of Allah. The other aspect is indicating hereafter. And our Prophet ﷺ has witnessed these two aspects and has proclaimed to all centuries. Look at this word as if you will see the hereafter. Fanzur, because fanzur, we can observe. That's why we are saying ashhadu in the shahadat. We are not saying I believe in. Ashhadu, by saying ashhadu, I think fanzur. Fanzur. If we focus on fanzur, I think it can be understood easily the method used in template. Fanzur. By looking at this word, everything is indicated. There's a proverb I had read in the past in a book. I think Chinese, as far as I remember, the proverb belongs to the culture of Chinese or Tibet. Part of China, I'm not sure. The person said, I displayed the moon by using my finger, but most people focused on my finger. This word, universe, is showing the hereafter, but most people is focusing on this word.
Thank you. Yeah, there are a lot of similarities, there are a lot of examples. If we witness, if we observe, if we comprehend, if we ponder upon the things going around us, we can realize the existence of the world. Thank you for the contribution.
We can wrap it up in 2 minutes, inshallah.
Very quick question. What did your students say?
Yeah, most of the students were happy, and I witnessed some students, for example, in Adana Science High School. One was saying, I came here, I was believer, but just nowadays I was in the position to lose my belief. That presentation saved me.
Awesome.
I think they want to go to the hereafter immediately. Then we'll die.
Yeah, most of the comments are really positive.
But to live here, to prepare for the hereafter is better. In one aspect.
You also had this presentation in Brunei, right?
Yeah, that presentation in English, I made it in university in Kuala Lumpur, in one of the university masjids. But mainly I make that presentation in high school in Adana.
I think you remember, perhaps as Frank can read, this hadith is coming from 17th ayat, Secde Suresi. The explanation of the 17th ayat, Secde Suresi, the bounties Allah has promised in paradise for believers cannot be described. Nobody can know the meaning of ayat. Anybody can read, I don't know. 17 Secde Suresi. Our Prophet ﷺ is explaining this ayat, especially about Secde.
I try to focus on the fact, the truth.
I explain.
Just at the end, I like reciting the words. They see.
Subtle. Very subtle.
Very subtle.
Yeah, of course. And many ayat. أفلم ينظروا أفلا ينظروا إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت والأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت لست عليهم مسيطر.
Also, أفلا يعقلون أفلا يتفكرون. These kind of instructive verses indicate man what he needs to do.
At that presentation, if you noticed, there are a lot of things. If anybody doesn't listen to the presentation, he may not understand from the PowerPoint slides easily. But if that anybody wants to have, I think it can be shared. In English one also, Turkish one, it can be shared in the group and it can be utilized. But if anybody doesn't listen to us, he may not make this,
We have
the same. It's not understandable. Yes.
we have the recording of inshallah will be released. If they missed somewhere, they can rewatch.
Now the ayah says, now no person knows what delights of the eye are kept hidden in reserve for them as a reward for their good deeds. فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي
He
لهم
will not have
من
given one.
قرة أعين جزاء بما كانوا يعملون.
Amazing.
For example, about the need, we have only given one sentence, that's all.
Yes.
But if you do not know the context, you may not understand. If you only follow that slides, you may not realize the fact.
I think we need to get help from media people, brothers who are working on media, graphical things, to turn this into a sort of audio-visual video, to present it in such a way that someone speaks of what they mean and the background, and this could be turned into a sort of various videos, short videos attached together for each slide.
Inshallah. I think Hassan is looking
No,
at
I mean
me.
if there are some urgent comments, it's okay, Hocam. We don't want to pressure, but yeah. But we can also see we have other plans.